If no other homes were listed right now, it would take about a month and a half for us to quite literally run out of houses in America. Welcome to my classroom. I'm Chris Collette, the real estate professor. Now, it might be fall, but that doesn't mean that the real estate market is slowing down. Especially in this year, the real estate market is very different, especially this fall. So in today's episode, in today's classroom, I want to give you 5 reasons why if you're thinking about selling, you should sell now and not wait until spring. The first one is inventory. Inventory is, at the end of the day, how many houses are there available for sale? Inventory right now is quite literally the lowest it's been in about 12 years. Normally, when we take a look at whether or not home values are going up or going down, we talk about how many months of inventory there are. In most markets, most of the time, if you have at least 6 or 7 months worth of inventory, this means, let's say there were 100 homes for sale and one sold every month, there'd be 100 months worth of inventory. Well, in most markets, if you have 6 months or so of inventory, that's where prices start to sort of level out. And if you have 7, 8, or 9, that's when prices might actually start to depreciate. We haven't seen this in 10 years. Right now, if you want to take a guess, I'll give you a second. There are 1.5 months of inventory. If no other homes were listed right now, it would take about a month and a half for us to quite literally run out of houses in America. And in New England, in most markets, some of the hotter places in Massachusetts and New Hampshire, it's even shorter than that, 1 to 1.5 months of inventory. So if you're thinking right now, should I sell? You're gonna have almost no competition almost anywhere you are in Massachusetts or New Hampshire. So you're thinking, well, why does that matter? Imagine there's a buyer out there, needs to buy a house, has to be on a certain street, has to be in a certain town. And he's thinking, well, there are 3 houses to pick from, which one should I write an offer on? Imagine if you're one of those 3 houses. Now imagine if you're one of 2 houses or one of 10 houses. The amount of homes they have to pick from is going to affect A, who gets the offer from this buyer, and B, how much is that offer for? That brings us to number 2. In January, the inventory changes. Every year, without a doubt, in January, inventory goes up. The number of homes for sale goes up. The reason, probably, is that throughout the holidays in the fall, there are just people who say, I'm gonna wait till spring. Or at the very least, I'm gonna wait till after Christmas. I wanna wait till the holidays are over, after the new year, the parties are done, we're not going out, we're here for the weekend to clean up the house a little bit. So in January, more homes come for sale. The last thing you wanna do is wait till January or later, list your home, and then it turns out your neighbor over here lists his, maybe it's a little better. Your neighbor over here lists hers, maybe it's a little worse, but it's less expensive. We don't want to deal with this. We want to make sure that it gets sold when there isn't a lot of competition, which is this fall. Which brings us to number 3. If it's the fall, and let's say it snows tomorrow, if somebody is deciding that they want to, maybe in cold weather, on a Saturday in the fall, skip that Christmas party, go look at houses, it's because they're motivated. These are people who said, I don't care if I have to physically go somewhere to look at a house when it's cold out. I need to buy a house. Maybe it's because they're changing jobs. Maybe it's because somebody just passed away. Maybe it's because they're about to have a baby and they need more space. Maybe they just adopted a dog and now they need a yard with a fence like yours. So they're thinking, man, we gotta find a house. And if we have to, we'll offer more money than we're comfortable with because we gotta find it as fast as possible. Which brings us to number 4. If you're selling in the fall, the buyers who are looking in the fall are going to be seeing your home through the holidays. They might see that your home is decorated for Thanksgiving. They might see pictures of holiday gatherings, Christmas trees, holiday trees, Hanukkah, all the stuff that happens in the fall that makes memories. And buyers buy with emotion. If they look at 2 separate houses, one of them feels cold, maybe like a model house. The other one feels like you're making warm memories with your family. They're gonna want that. Houses show better when they're decorated in the fall. All the staging studies say it, all the research says it. People can picture themselves enjoying their own Thanksgiving. Maybe, if you really hurry, you could get your home sold for Christmas and they can make Christmas memories. They can make that New Year's Eve party at their house instead of having to go somewhere else or, God forbid, go out into large crowds right now where they don't feel safe. They're thinking, I'd rather have a small gathering at my house, which is the house you're gonna sell for well over asking. Which brings us to number 5. You have 2 choices. The market's gonna appreciate. We know all the leading indicators, all the economists, the National Association of Realtors, Keeping Current Matters, all the data says we're expecting appreciation next year. Most years, 3%. Next year, with such low inventory, probably closer to 5%. Let's say your home is worth $500,000 now. If you wait until the spring, your home will go up maybe 5%. Say that's going to make you an extra $25,000. But if you sell now, buy that upgrade, let's call it $1 million home. You sell the $500,000 home, you buy the $1 million home. If you buy the $1 million home now, and then that home goes up 5%, you've just made $50,000. So you have two choices. Do you want to make 25, but then have to buy the house that's worth $50,000 more, ultimately losing $25,000? Or do you want to own the bigger, better house while the market goes up so that you reap an even bigger benefit? Most people, it's going to be the latter. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in Massachusetts or New Hampshire, call me, call my team, shoot me a message. Please share these videos far and wide, especially this fall. I'm Chris Collette, the real estate professor, and I'll see you guys soon.